theme to that or not, if we're just blasting right into this Rewatchers Council Angel Edition. It's a live on a Friday. We're talking Reunion, Season 2, Episode 10, with me. Luckily enough, Brendan Mystical Mart. Brendan, how you doing, pal?
I'm good, especially after Sinners got all those nominations.
Ooh, I still haven't seen it. I feel bad.
You should.
It's a vampire movie. Maybe I should watch something.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about vampires
wonder if
here.
I have any interest in vampire stuff. Now, also with me, honorary Canadian for the day, Ferris Muthana. Ferris Muthana looking very much like a Canuck.
I'm from Winnipeg. I've picked the Canadian city that I am from honorarily because go Blue Bombers.
That's right. That's right. That's absolutely right.
Well, you know what? We don't like those Maple Leafs in Toronto. No one does. And I don't know how to speak French because I'm not from Montreal.
There's a lot of people that don't know how to speak French. It's fine. As I say, and you also have, hopefully, I have no love for the Saskatchewan Roughriders as well.
No, we are not. We're not big fans of those people.
Nobody is. Okay,
yeah.
So no one that counts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now this episode aired April 12th. December 19th, just saying my birthday, by the way. December 19th of the year 2000.
April 12th, Rob's birthday. Right
there you go. There you go. Written by Tim Minear and Sean Ryan. A little collab here. One of the rare collabs that work.
When I saw those two names, I'm like, this episode was about to be fired because those two guys, they know how to write TV.
Mm-hmm. Well, the last time Tim wrote an episode for the show was The Trial. So, all the way back to last episode.
Yes.
For Sean Ryan, this last one was First Impressions, going back to towards the beginning of the year. And it was directed by James A. Cutner, whose last directorial job for the show was, in fact, Impressions as well. So, this episode is going to pick up right after The Trial kind of leads off. With Gunn somehow have been contacted by Angel, I'm imagining. After all the stuff that went down at the motel, he's going to bring Angel back. He's kind of, he's all kind of lucid in thought. He's been talking gibberish here and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden just starts spilling out exactly what happened to Darla. All of a sudden this train of thought was just bang on. It says everything with Darla, Drusilla. He thinks he can still save Darla, The gang says, "Oh, I don't know if you can save her." He says, "No, I can save her all right." Get to staking. Got to stake that heart before she arises.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way to save her now that she's been killed, essentially, a second time. This time by Darla. So, Gunn gets the lowdown on all of Darla's, let's say, hillbilly-esque lineage now, where.
Yes.
It turns out that she is her own granddaughter. Is that how it works out? Something like that?
In a vampire sense, yes.
Yeah, like she sired Angel sired Darla. I mean, sired Drusilla. So she's Drusilla's grandma daughter.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. I like how she calls her grandmummy. Grandmummy.
Yes.
Yeah. So Wes gets he tells us that the sun dropped about 6 minutes earlier, and it's going to be rising at about 6:30 in the morning. So they got about a 12-hour window. So the clock ticking here, Ferris. You got to find her in a city of how many people living in there? Like 300 or 400 people, something like that.
10 million or so.
Yeah, 10 million or so.
Yeah, about 10 million people. So a little bit more than 400. Should be a little more difficult. To find one dead person throughout all this. You know what I mean? Anyways, he's going to go, he's going to cut down like as many options as he can. He's going to go to a source. The last person he knows that should know where Darla would have been, and that's Lindsey. He runs over to Lindsey's place. And he doesn't have to worry about barging in and stuff like that. He was invited in. He was invited in the last time. So this place has to be Lindsey's, okay? Let's keep this in mind. Because that entire place is cleared out. Now, there's a nice lady that just walks in, sees that someone is breaking and entering, essentially, into one of her places. It just tells them nicely that that the open house is scheduled for the next day. So no, she's very friendly. She's efficient, and and also very open with all the information and stuff about where this person could be. Because all it took was Angel say, "Oh, I'm just talking. Yeah, we have a sick friend." He's like, "Oh, you talking about the pregnant lady who looks so good for being pregnant? She's getting ready for the birth and stuff like that."
Mhm.
Just starts spewing information. Again, this guy could be a cat burglar in her
Yes.
place. She could be a squatter. What? That's just illegal. It's a legal a conundrum for him. But
Yes, charisma.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, man. You look at David Boreanaz, you'll tell him stuff.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So she said the trucks were there the day before. He was there the day before. Like this is just happening the next day.
Hmm.
It didn't seem like he was ready to move at any one point. I don't know how he got all this stuff out so quickly. I'm sure maybe it's just maybe it was magic. Yeah, I guess you can. That's all you can say. When you have
Magic.
questions like this, you go, Wolfram Hart, probably just demon-like magic that
Or the
happens.
convenience of the plot.
Yeah, you can just move past it. You can move past it all. Anyways, yeah, start then Angel's also started thinking about with Drusilla and stuff like that, and she's excited for the birth. Oh right, Drew is gonna want some rituals. She's all gonna be about the ritual and under the stars and the nursery and all this stuff. Okay, those are good clues to work with. So
It's a birth, not a death, so they got rid of all the cemeteries.
you got that right. Well, they haven't figured that part out yet. They're going to
Okay.
figure it out pretty quick. As we're going to see Lindsey with Drew and Darla's corpse there in that rooftop solarium, which is always nice to have, especially in a large city like Los Angeles. I do appreciate that she has to remind Lindsey that deaf people can't hear. So that's something to keep in mind. Lila's gonna walk in now. She's got a good. Now, do you think you got a shot with her little jab? Uh,
Ryan, fair streaming from Canada. He's certainly dressed for it. You know what?
it's in his heart.
Yes.
He's
In my heart, I am a man from Winnipeg.
yeah. All he needs is like the garbage mitts.
Yes.
Get some Kodiak boots on or something like that. He's ready to go. Put a shovel in his hand. Now we're gonna see Holland now come in. Tell Drew, if, you need anything, just let him know.
Hmm.
But they've got a little shindig to go to here.
Yes, they do.
Lindsey, Lila, and Holland. He says, "Don't worry about it. We got this little prior engagement." Lindsey, of course, wants to stick around because he's got to. He's crushing. He's crushing a little hard on a dead body, which is kind of I'd like to say to each their own, but that's not a very cool thing to be doing. So, anyways, get back to the hotel. Angel there. He wants the crew to focus on the outside cemeteries.
Mhm.
Of course, if Ferris was there, he would have known. It's a birth and not a death and stuff like that. To drop all that stuff. Eventually, they get that. So he knows that Drew used to talk to the plants and stuff like that when he was over at that mansion in Sunnydale.
Yes.
Then Guns the guy says, "Hey, I think you guys are thinking homonyms here. Instead of like a nursery for like kids, how about a nursery for plants?"
Yes.
And by God, if that isn't like the puzzle piece they all needed. Corey thinks they should all focus mostly on properties that Wolfram and Hart already own. You
Perfect.
know, yeah, she's everyone like these guys are getting this 1, 2, 3, 4. Wes is going to add a bit about their suppliers. They're going to have to get like the dirt and stuff like that for this place.
Hmm.
So everything is going to start pinpointing them towards the spot, and then when I say pinpointing, I mean like in the next second, because you're going to see Angel landing on the roof like he's Batman or something like that. We're going to go back
Pretty awesome.
we're going to go back to superhero style. Angel, he's going to go inside the solarium
We
here.
don't know that. What if he was climbing up a fire escape, and towards the end of the fire escape, he jumped really high at the end?
Sure, but that's still Batman-y. He jumped down all quiet, like black on a rooftop.
David Boreanaz is the Cape Crusader.
Yes.
You got that right.
You know what? At one point, he should have played Batman. Imagine David Boreanaz as Bruce Wayne.
A very
I
broody
can see
Bruce
it.
Wayne.
I can
I
see
can
it.
see it.
I can see it.
Yeah, basically put anybody in that cowl, it would have been fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it would have been just fine by us. Anyways, so yeah, she's gonna head in there. He sees Darla covered in dirt, starts knocking it off, and he's got the stake. He's gonna do some saving in a
Mm-hmm.
way. But Drusilla's there. She's gonna hit him in the head with a shovel. So we get a little
That must have
Drew.
hurt. That
Yeah,
must have definitely hurt.
yeah. Even if you are an undead monster, getting hit in the head with a shovel, it's gonna sting.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to leave a big owie on the back of your head. So they're going to start fighting. Eventually, Angel's going to bust away, get that stake again. It's time to save Darla for, he is just a second, but she's not there. Where she is like right behind him, basically, and she's going to do the famous Buffy the Vampire Slayer universe esque chokehold on a dead person. She's going to lift them up and stuff like that. She has that newly awoken vampire strength.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe some
You know,
anger there.
you know what they talk. They call it old man strength because old men are really strong sometimes.
Yeah.
That's that dead person strength right there.
Yep. So they're gonna start fighting. He's gonna start fighting. Darla gets into it with Drew even a little bit. Eventually culminating with Darla crashing with Angel through the solarium window. They're out
Mhm.
on the rooftop. There's more fighting between everybody, and eventually Darla's just gonna jump off the building. Weirdly, well, she didn't look like a veteran. She looks like she's getting ready to fall on the great big inflatable mattress or whatever that's down there as the stunt lady.
Mhm.
Like most of the vampires just drop down. They don't jump and then flop out like this. But also she's still getting used to becoming a vampire once again. Maybe it's not
Yes,
like
true.
it's not
She doesn't know the aerodynamics yet, Rob, of jumping
it's
off of a roof.
unfair of me to think
Yes.
that being a vampire is like riding a bike.
You know, because like Brennan, correct me if I'm wrong. She doesn't really jump off a lot of roofs, right?
Not really, no.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she probably doesn't know how to jump off of a roof properly.
Yep. Shame on me for even thinking that it should just come naturally to a person, a vampire,
For
how to
shame.
fall off a roof properly. So somehow in all this, Drew has just disappeared too. She's out of there. So Angel's gonna get back to the hotel, start rounding up the troops. It's time to gear up, guys. Gosh darn it, time to gear up and go hunting vampires here. Location unconfirmed. Not sure which way to go. But he does want to find them before they unite again. It's better to separate them. Separated they're a little weaker as together. Apes together strong. I think I've heard about that in a movie once. But anyways, best place to always start when it comes to anything evil in Los Angeles. Wolfram Hart, as you well know. Angel knows that there's a whole bunch of risks there, but the other option is just waiting for the bodies to start piling up and counting them,
Yep.
Literally.
which isn't, well, it doesn't sound as fun. Counting's fun. Counting dead bodies, maybe not so much. Anyways, the other two, like Wes and Cordy, not too excited about all this. Gunn was in. Gunn was in at Gear Up. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go fighting vampires. This is what I like to do. This is his downtime. This is leisure time for Gunn. So we get to Lindsey's office. Holland now praising him for all the hard work that he's been doing, and he's wondering, bring it a date over to the tasting here. The wife would like to know. He starts telling him that outside attachments are healthy, and then you should find the time to socialize here. And then Drew pops her head in. So Wolfram and Hart have this whole vampire detection system. It doesn't seem to work when a couple of these vampires show up because
Well, no, I think is they detected them, but they're already in the building. They can't detect them when they're already like near the building. So it needs to be
when they're in the building. Yeah, it detects. They should be coming up. You should at least have them, like I said, like saying up, like I called security and let them in and stuff like that would have been fine.
Mhm.
Anyways, she fills Holland in on everything what happened. In her way, in Drusilla's way, which is the
Mhm.
roundabout way, and then tell him that Angelus is headed over there, guys, and he's mad. He is unhappy about the things that happened that day.
Mhm.
Holland, to his credit, unconcerned, very
Doesn't care.
cool and calm. Cool and calm, man. And the call is going to come in now about an untamed vampire in the building. Like, oh, that's got to be Angel. And
Mm.
also, the security works again because they got a vampire and they already know it. But no, it's Darla. Darla's already at the door. Lindsey, happy to see her. What the saying is there.
Hmm.
Is that a vampire at your door, or are you just happy to see me? I believe that's how the old saying
I
goes.
think it is. And you know what? Holland really, really is stressing to Lindsay. Healthy attachments, Lindsay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Healthy.
yeah. This is done after she throws Lindsay across the room or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Healthy attachments is good, Lindsay. For goodness sakes. Now, Angel's driving a little maniacally through the streets. Cordy starts getting a vision. It's not about Wolfram Hart at all. But Angel doesn't want to shift focus. They got to get to that point. The powers that be damned to him right now. He's got an important daughter, granddaughter, mother thing to get to. But Cordy's going to pull a gigantic stake out of somewhere, and then he gets it. All right, he turns the car around. They're going to go over to this other thing. So, for some reason now, Darla is fighting Drew on like a busy cafe street, and also filing into the street, more fighting and stuff like that. Drew's going to get hit by a car.
Yes.
Uh, she's going to stand right back up. That driver runs away. That's a felony.
Yeah, but
That's a hit and run.
no, but Rob, no, listen here, Rob. When you hit somebody
Yep.
and they stand up untouched and they look at you dead in the eyes and say, "I'm about to kill you," you kind of you know what you're like. You know what? I'll accept the felony because I'd rather have the felony instead of death. Am
Mm-hmm.
I right, Brennan? Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
You know
I
what?
think
Because
Drew
because
looks
because
happy.
Rob,
She looks happy.
Rob, what happens a couple of scenes later?
Well, yeah,
What
but that
happens
guy,
a
that
couple?
guy had it coming. This guy has it coming.
Well, I understand being an asshole is, not cool,
And yeah, they didn't
but
do
death,
anything to his
Rob,
car.
death,
They didn't do anything to her.
exactly.
Like,
But
yeah,
death, you know what I mean? I think death is is a stretch.
yeah.
A
But
punch in the
anyways,
face, maybe, yes, but death, I don't know.
Drew is talking to Darla. She's getting pretty upset. She thought that bringing her back was what Darla wanted. She wanted to be saved. For goodness sakes, starts crying. Darla's gonna comfort her. This is when that dude starts honking this whore at him. Of course, he's driving a pickup truck. You know what I mean? So he
Hmm.
steps out. He gives that misogynist lesbian comment to them, and then becomes Darla's dinner. Darla's first dinner that we see after coming back, uh, and afterwards she looks like she's her old self again. You know, all she needed was a full belly, and we got proper Darla looking back here, and she was just hangry. She was hangry this entire time.
Yeah,
Just needed
Mm-hmm.
some redneck blood, man.
because that's literally what it was, right? They didn't want her to feed yet because if she fed, the strength is resumed. She just got revived literally a couple hours ago, so she's a little weak, at her weakest. But when she gets that first drop of blood from that human, oh hell, we're done.
Misogynist blood always tastes a little bit nicer as well. So
Hmm.
she just wants to go
It got
shopping.
it got a good it got a good tang. You know what I mean? A good
They
tang
got
to it.
that tang. They got that tang. Now, the vision that
Hmm.
Cordy had is going to lead to some dweeb who wants to end himself for this demon named Morgog.
Hmm.
I like the little
Okay.
poster that he had on the wall because there was a picture of Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden on that poster
Ah,
for whatever
yes.
reason. Now, despite all of Cordy's fears or pleas for being delicate and stuff like that, Angel's just gonna pick up this guy's boombox and throw it at him. And it's like, well, that's what you get for having a 10-year-old stereo dummy. Then takes his gun
Not cool.
away. Yeah, takes his gun away. Takes the bullets out. Plops it in some oil. Make sure he slags off Argog before before he takes off. He just tells the crew to stay to appease the powers that be if they want, but he's got some more important things to do and hang out with this loser kid. You know what I mean? Crying about Morgoth. So
Mm-hmm.
we see Drew and Darla having a fantastic time at a store,
Shopping,
trying things on.
you're shopping, a little shopping spree,
The only thing that would have been more fun with this is maybe a little montage, trying
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
on stuff,
yes, yes.
murdering folks. That would have been a
Mm-hmm.
lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Holland is going to call them from the office for somehow uh, Drew had a cell phone that she had completely forgotten about. But
Of
there we
course
are.
she had.
Yeah,
That's par for the course for Drusilla.
yeah. He's absolutely delighted that they're having fun on this little
I think
shopping
Drew's
killing spree.
ability to focus is impaired.
That's true. But uh, Holland has a better idea than just a regular shopping/killing spree. How about a massacre?
Mm-hmm.
How about treat yourself to a massacre? I think that's in the book that I read once. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
Well, as
this
they
is
say, treat yourself.
yeah, treat yourself. This
And they agreed.
yeah, this is going to please them to no end. Yeah, he never says what massacre. To
But he
be
said a
fair,
massacre.
yeah, just a massacre. Ian says, this is going to have the full support of Wolfram and Hart behind it, so don't worry about it. So they're going to go back to shopping. Darla's going to ask a survivor lady here if she can help her find some shoes. Doesn't give her a chance. Just cracks her neck. Doesn't even drink her.
Mm-hmm.
She's just,
A waste of a good body of blood. Not cool.
well, maybe,
Wait,
you never know.
have the rules been established that if you kill a human, can you still suck their blood?
They don't. I think they say
I
they
don't
don't
know.
like it. They just don't like it. I
Oh,
think if
because they're
they have,
dead and it's
yeah,
probably spoiled.
yeah, they're just they
Spoiled blood. Oh, that's crazy, man.
they like to drink the life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When it's already dead, it's like meh, like it's gone bad.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Okay, I understand.
we got Lyle and Holland here, happy that the ladies are pleased, and they're gonna be taking up Angel's time and not bothering them at all. And then, just like Batman,
Through the window. From the
Mhm.
window to the wall. From the window to the wall. See? Oh, yeah, my bad. No bad. Sorry. That's why I stopped myself.
it's too close.
Oh boy.
It's too close. Anyways, he's gonna grab Lindsey. Holland finally introduces himself, which is nice. It's,
No, you know what? Because when that happened, I was like, I'm pretty sure they have met, right? And then like, no, they never did.
of course,
Never did.
Holland is going to introduce himself as the director, the president of special
Special project.
projects here, and he's namely Angel.
Yeah.
Angel is the special project. He's not scared that Angel's going to kill him and stuff like that because he knows that Angel has this moral cause to him and stuff like that. But then Angel, unfortunately, well, you don't count. Holland still doesn't care. He tells Angel that the ladies are on this little shopping spree, and if he'll allow him to leave peacefully, and tells them that they don't even want him dead, not yet.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's just pretty nice. It's a
Mhm.
pretty nice thing to hear from someone.
Yep.
Yes.
I wish somebody would just come up to me and say, "I don't want you dead yet."
Yeah.
Make my entire day.
Which is worse because they're planning something.
Yeah. So that's pretty nice. But he didn't invite Angel over for that wine tasting, which is pretty rude.
It's very rude.
Yeah.
Very rude.
Especially if
they're
he's
going to open up a 1942 Chateau Morte.
that's
I think
you don't have to be
I
alive
just
to
made that
enjoy
up.
a fine wine.
I think I just made that up.
I mean, that's fancy stuff.
Yeah.
You got that right. So he was supposed to be allowed to leave peacefully, but that doesn't happen. When he's leaving in handcuffs. Lindsey is walking him out. All these security guards, they got a detective car waiting for him for some reason. And in the back is a little friend of his, Kate.
Yeah, that was. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Let's talk about that. That made no sense. They kind of just plopped it in there.
Yeah,
and it was kind of lazy. It was
One
kind of
thing
lazy writing.
One thing I'll say is that we know that she's on every call when it comes to weird things, and when it comes to weird things, she'd be on a call about Wolfram and Hart listening to
Mhm.
it. So if there's something going on there, she's going to want to be a part of it. So that I'll get.
That's probably
I'll give
that's
him
a
that.
good that's a good point.
Anyways, Lindsey wanted him to have a nice, sunny cell and stuff like that, which is pretty nice. For most people that would be pretty nice. But
Yes.
of course, it would turn Angel into a heap of ashes and stuff like that. But anyways, Kate's there, and she's not there to be righteous for a change this season, which is a
She's
relief.
finally accepted it. She's finally accepted the
Yeah.
weirdness and the awfulness
Yeah.
of this world.
She lets Angel know all about what was happening at the shop. She knows that she isn't going to be able to stop these two, but she knows that he probably could. So he's going to release them. Doesn't even get a thank you for doing that. Angel goes, yeah, that's what I thought.
Rude.
Takes off.
Rude
There
indeed.
is rudeness in this episode. By the way, I really do like this episode. If you ever think that I'm kind of making fun of it, I am not. I enjoy the heck out of this episode. One of the best
Yes.
Angel episodes we've had. So get to a party starting. The party's kicking off
Yes, it is.
over at Holland's place. Lindsay's going to arrive. Holland's wife greets him at the door. Looks a little like Princess Diana here. The short hair.
What a babe.
Yeah. Holland has a thing for, the recently deceased former princess of Wales. Holland's now going to lead everyone in a toast to Lila and Lindsay for all their hard work and the ability to get the project ahead of schedule.
Can we talk about when Lindsay walks in and he gets that wine? He chugs it right away. He just chugs it because that man is gone through some stuff, and I think he's become an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah. Lost a hand.
Lost a hand.
The deal with losing a hand.
That's
he
crazy,
wants
man.
to
And no,
make
he
out with
didn't
a
even
dead
just,
girl.
Here's the thing, Rob. He didn't even just lose a hand.
Yeah.
He lost his dominant hand because he's right-handed.
Yep.
So that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all went wrong.
Yeah. They call him all.
His only solace is the bottle.
They call him old Splinters now behind his back. So, he's going to start talking about a bigger, larger, more secret plan that the powers there have.
Dun, dun, dun.
But he's going to stop because a couple more uninvited guests have just shown up.
Mm-hmm.
Got Darla and Drew walking in here. Everyone seems a little nervous, except for one guy. Good old Lindsey has that, they can only film him from the waist up. He's so happy to see them coming in and stuff like that.
God damn it, Rob.
Turns out his wife invited them in. Maybe it wasn't
the best idea.
Best idea there. Drew says she tasted sweet, or she was sweet, like honey and clover. One of the, whatever that would taste like, I'm sure. Anyways, Darla happily tells him that his plan is going to be a great big success because there is going to be a massacre here, guys. We figured it out. What massacre they should be doing. We just see Angel just stop by the shop. He gets there real quick. He's looking around. We had that scene with him behind the cop at the mirror and stuff like that, where the cop can't see him. Kind of gets weirded out, but then Angel's disappeared. But then we go back to the party quick. Holland says, "Oh, he's so happy that they saved Darla." She says she owes everyone there. She mentions how they brought her back as a dying human with a soul in need of saving by Angel of all people. And then he says he thought Angel cared more for her. Thought maybe just take care of it quicker. You know what I mean? Angel's now going to find a survivor somehow. The cops didn't discover this lady in there. I don't, pretty Bush League police officering.
Well, we also don't know how far the investigation was when they got there.
They had everything taped off.
Well, yeah, okay.
Inside, they were investigating clues. You didn't hear one lady they didn't go and
she was very quiet.
Yeah.
In the back room.
They didn't want to check out any other rooms, see if there was any other bodies at all. We got a couple. That'll be good.
Rob, we're acting like cops know what they're doing most of the time.
That's true. That's true.
They don't.
I think we know better.
Yes.
Yeah. Pardon me. Anyways, turns out she was going to go to an office party there too, and then she tells him that the two murderous ladies there were also going to go to a party. They were going to go to a tasting. They said, "Oh boy, Angel knows what's happening now. So
Mm.
Drew, in her way now, knows that this wine cellar was a bomb shelter at one time. Lindsey seems pleased that she knows this for whatever reason. Drew's going to draw the comparison of people huddled together in fear. She likes that. Alan tries to talk up Darla, how she's a superior being now. Ferris,
It's a very good scene.
yeah,
Very good scene.
yeah, it's fantastic. Everyone at the firm is willing to work with them to achieve her dreams.
It's a good
All,
scene.
all the
Mhm.
dreams you could imagine as a newly vampire. She wants to know why Lindsey isn't afraid at all. He said he's not sure. Yeah, he knows that he might die, but he doesn't really mind
Well, I
at
think
all.
we know why.
He's in love.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah. He Holland is going to start putting on a brave face, saying, "Yeah, guys, no one's gonna die."
He is
Yeah, right.
scared. He is scared shitless.
Yeah. Darla is going to draw inspiration from the room and wants a people cellar of her own when they get a nice place together.
Yes.
This is when Angel shows up, and this is one of the better scenes in the entire run of the series.
Mhm.
Somehow, Holland's wife is still alive enough for her to say, "Please help us," which is, I guess, an invitation for him to come in. So here we go. Angel here to save the day.
Yeah, you know it,
Everybody.
baby.
Drew's now gonna sense him. Daddy's home. He's angry.
Mhm.
He's gonna get downstairs. Darla's gonna invite him to join in. Darla and Drew, of course, think that he's there to punish them. Angel apologizes to Darla for not being able to save her in time. He failed her. Angel promises he'll give her that goodbye kiss that she wants, but not tonight. Lila and Holland now,
Mhm.
the nerves I think have started to amp up a little bit. They
Yes,
start
yes, yes.
pleading for help. Angel does not care. He already mentioned he doesn't consider them worthy at all. He closes the door, locking them in from outside. Holland again is going to ask for help. Drew can feel now that the Angelus is in him because she's saying "Daddy" and that the not the angel or whatever. So yeah. You can see there's a little mean streak in Angel right now. And then Holland's gonna start screaming as
And that massacre he promised
yeah,
happened.
Holland gets it first,
Mhm.
and then the rest. So yeah, a
This
pretty
is
dark.
quite an ending. This is
Yeah,
quite an ending.
pretty dark with just Angel's walking up the stairs, not bothered in the least what he's gonna do to it's like that old joke,
Hmm.
Earth. What do you call 12 lawyers in a massacre with a couple of vampires? A good start. It's
Yes,
called a good start. Now,
Mhm.
a good
Mhm.
start.
he gets back to the hotel. He's very nonchalant with the crew here, telling them all the news. He tells Wesley that these guys just reaped what they sowed. They had
Yeah.
it coming. He says he'll stop Drew and Darla, at some point. Cordy asks if it's going to do that only when they've killed off everyone that he doesn't like. She
Mm.
isn't she isn't as on board with this vampire
Which is,
revenge thing.
which is a good point.
Yep, sure.
Yep.
She's a human being.
Yes.
Yeah, they all think you've gone too far this time, Angel. They're gonna start blaming themselves, because they should have done more to prevent all this. Cordy says he needs to change the way he's been doing things.
Mm.
They're afraid of the path he's taken. He says, "You're right. These things got to change,"
You're all
and
fired.
and he fires all of them.
Fired.
And that's the end of the episode. Fantastic. Now, the next episode's redefinition.
Mm.
And if you thought this episode is good, the next episode is going to just show you how much better it is than the other episodes. Because redefinition, not a classic, but it'll be fun to talk about it next time. Rewatchers Council next Friday. Talking Angel. Now,
Mhm.
thank you so much, fellas, for joining me here on the council.
I
Brent,
gotta say though, that was quite an ending. That's
it
a
was
good ending.
it's
What a great ending.
fantastic. This,
Yes.
yeah, more of this. If
I
they could
didn't
have done
really
more of this, it would have
expect.
been
I didn't
great.
expect it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is the first time again. The first time you've been going through all this stuff, Brennan. So yeah, this is exciting to see
Oh yes.
Mhm.
you got you watching this in real time, not knowing what's happening. So yeah, super fun. Brennan, what are you up to here on the good old internet, my friend?
Well, you can find me on Blue Sky, Brendan at bluesky.social.
Mhm.
You can find me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube at Page Turners They Were Not.
Excellent. Thanks, dude. Ferris, I know you got to go out and shovel your driveway here soon.
Yes.
Yep.
In California, yeah.
Yeah, got to, in California, Peg. Now, you up to anything else here on this big old Let's Get Ready network of ours?
Usually Fridays at 5 o'clock Pacific, we do Good Friends, Better Rivals on our sister channel. But today we're taking the day off. But there is something special. 6 o'clock for all our patrons in the Discord. The Discord's free, but this event is just for the patrons. The link is in the description, but this event is for the patrons. Me and Adelia, we're doing a special episode mashup of the Open Table with Behind the Curtain. It's our interview show where I interview the team and get more insight on about the team and the connection between patron and team member. So join us tonight at 6 o'clock Pacific in the Discord. We'll be streaming it live. Be there. Join the Patreon to get access to that. That's patreon.com/LGR_network or our Ko-fi page, ko-fi.com/LGR_network for this special event. We're going to start doing these Discord exclusive shows for our patrons. So sign up and get some of those. Me will be interviewing Adelia, about her journey and how she got to join the team, how she goes about life. We're gonna be talking about mental health, you name it, we'll be talking about it.
And
Thanks,
Paris
dude.
has also been covering Starfleet Academy.
Yes, I will be. So be on the lookout for my episode 3 review of Starfleet Academy. One out of the 3 episodes, this is probably my favorite one. Kind of a culmination of the Academy because Civil War has broken out in the Federation, but not like the Civil War you think of it is. More of teenage Civil War.
Well, you know how teenagers are.
You know how
Oh
teenagers
yeah,
are.
angsty. They're angsty.
Yes,
Yeah, I saw the first one. Yes,
It's a good show. It's a
yeah,
good show.
I really
I'm
like
looking
it.
forward to seeing the next couple for sure.
My favorite character, Laura Thuck.
Yes.
That's one of my favorites.
Yes.
You just like saying the name.
No, she's actually one of my favorites. I really love her.
She's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see, guys. We'll see you here next week. Rewatchers Council. Thursday we've got Triangle, which is a pretty fun episode of Buffy, and of course, redefinition coming up on the Angel Edition next Friday. Over on the sister channel, the aforementioned sister channel, Good Friends Better Rivals. Tuesday we'll be talking starting 11, the English Premier League. With Delia. Should be hopefully a good weekend for the good ship Chelsea Football Club and nobody else. I hope everybody else loses and only Chelsea wins. I think that's a proper way to go about a week. Until next time, fellas, in the words of poor Eaton Holland, like and subscribe, and we hope that we'll see you all next time.